the inning. He's set, and the pitch. In there at the knees, strike one.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
1-1 the count now. The 1-1 is in there for the second strike. And here's a ball hit in the air. Heading after it is Judge. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Number 66.
And now is Yasiel Puig. The head-to-head with James Paxton. He's 2 for 3. He's taken him deep once. No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. A 1-1 count to Puig. The 1-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. Into the box now, Jose Ramirez.
Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
A ball and a strike. Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. No runs, 2 hits, no errors to this point for the Indians. And that pitch comes over to catch the corner. It's 2-2 now. Takes this the other way to right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And that. In now, Gary Sanchez. Set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
One of the keys to securing a win. They want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And Santana will watch it into the glove for the first out.
First baseman.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lays off 1-0.
0-1, no strike.
And he takes a cold strike 1.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe. And unfortunately, he let that one go. And he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Looking up is the center fielder. And it's gone as they add still another.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
Now batting.
Giancarlo Stanton now. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. And right into the shift. In the dirt, and oh, he can't quite dig it out.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here's Didi Gregorius. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Puig looking up.
Well, that's the second home run of the inning, and their lead grows bigger. It's like a runaway train on a downhill slope right now. And the other guys are trying to throw twigs in the spokes to stop it.
Now batting.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. And a ball 1-0. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing, and this is also hit well out to deep center. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard.
Well, this is amazing right here. 3 home runs in a row. I've actually been a part of a similar situation sandwiched in between Rafael Furcal and Gary Sheffield back in the early 2000s. What a moment. All the boys are going nuts. For 3 guys to do it, it's pretty special.
Number 67.
Here comes the Indians manager to make that slow trip to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. And this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone! Well, they've got the elevate and celebrate thing working in this one, guys. That was their 4th big fly of the game.
Matty V, Dero, I don't know what you think, but this is like crazy. 4th round tripper of the game so far.
Yeah, you're watching this pitcher. He's just not executing on both sides. They're missing over the heart of the plate, not using the quadrants. In the hitters meeting, they focused on this stuff. They thought these guys could miss middle, and that's exactly what's happening.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Trying to bust him in, Dero, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Ugly swing right there. That pitch wasn't even close, and he offered at it. I'm not sure right now if I'm the pitcher. You could probably throw anything you want up there, and this guy's going to swing at it.
Here's another 0-2. Belted. Deep center field. Center fielder going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one.
Leading off for Cleveland, the designated hitter.
First offering on its way. And a little behind on the fastball there as he pokes it foul at strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking stuff off in the dirt. We used to see east. West, not the case anymore.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Another 0-2 home. Popped up. And he'll lunge forward to make the catch for the first out.
The left fielder, number 4.
One man out now in the Cleveland fifth. And up next, the San Diego area native Bradley Zimmer. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. One out, nobody on. Swing and a little blooper to center. And now a diving effort, but this is off the center fielder's glove. Striding in for the Indians, Jason Kipnis.
Jason Kipnis.
He's set. Here it comes. And this is taken outside for ball 1. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Here's a swing and a miss on the cut fastball. 2-1. Zimmer leads off first with one away. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. Now here's a swing by Kipnis, and he connects on this one. Out to deep right field. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed.
Yeah, he had the right idea, trying to bust him inside. But that pitch caught too much of the plate, and he took it deep for a 2-run homer. That was a nice swing of the bat.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Still only one out in the inning. Hit down the third baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now.
I always say hitting's a process of elimination at the plate. I think he could go ahead and eliminate changeup. 2 in a row back to back. I don't think there'll be a third.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So here's Francisco Lindor now. The head-to-head with James Paxton, just a 1 for 9. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike. And he misses with it. 1-1. 2 out, nobody on. Indian shortstop behind 1-2 in the count.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Grounded back up the middle. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
You know, Dealer, in a spot like that, that's an infield single. That's a tough play. Just to knock that ball down was a pretty good job. But any way you look at it, that should be scored a base hit, and I'm sure it was.
Bit of an ill-advised swing that time as that ball got in on him.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
The 1-2 misses. Ball 2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
3-2 to the Indian center fielder.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Ready for another shot now, Gary Sanchez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Into the box now. Moot point. He swings and grounds it to short. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
He wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Giancarlo Stanton. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. Back goes Puig, still ranging back. Gone!
Next for the Yankees.
In now, Didi Gregorius.
Didi.
Lifted the other way to left center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The batter.
Stepping in, Cameron Maybin. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First pitch on its way. Line towards center field. Number 35 is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Next for the Yankees.
Now to the plate, Gio Urshela. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Center fielder looking up. Still going back. And this one is gone. A home run.
Now batting.
Standing in now, DJ LeMahieu. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here it comes. Line hard toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
The right fielder.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Aaron Judge. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. See you later. Over the wall. A home run.
Now
into the box now.
The designated hitter.
On a line, that's a base hit. Also, that 2-out success means Gary Sanchez will get to hit here. It was pretty obvious in live action that that ball was hit hard, and after analyzing it with our show track technology, we see that our eyes did not deceive us. 114 miles an hour was the exit velo, an impressive swing of the bat. Stepping in now, Gary Sanchez. A swing by Sanchez, and this one's soaring out into left field. And it's gone! If you've lost count, it's understandable. That was their 9th home run of the game. Can you believe what we're seeing in this? Can you believe what we're seeing out of this lineup today, guys?
Yeah, hey, Matty V, this big ballpark in the Bronx has that short porch in right field, D-Row. But you can hit the ball.
Oh, there it goes. In the air to left center, and you can forget about this one. Back-to-back home runs. In now, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Left center, base hit.
Now batting.
Ready once again, Didi Gregorius. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. From the stretch. High in the air out to center field. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. But not before they hang a 9 spot on him here to. Here's Carlos Santana now. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get 1 or 2 of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by an opposing team to lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
Number 66.
In now for Cleveland, Yasiel Puig. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Knuckle curve down below the knees, 1-0. Bases are empty, one man out.
Nope.
2-0 now.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Now the 2-1 is looked at for ball 3.
He's been throwing strikes all day, so you're not up at the plate thinking he's going to walk you in this situation. You need to be aggressive and sit hard at the plate.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Popped him up. Boyd takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Now batting.
Now batting, Jose Ramirez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, Matty, it's always a little frustrating when you square one up. You hit a solid line drive like he did, and all you have to show for it is a jog back to the dugout. That can get in your head for a little while.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
Into the corner and slicing foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the. Stepping up to the plate, Cameron Maybin. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the
and he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Yankees.
Digging in, Gio Urshela. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat.
In that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Second baseman, DJ.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. DJ LeMahieu. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance. Now that's popped up, and Santana will put the squeeze on this. And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes. He'll start things out against James Paxton as we get the inning underway. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
I'll tell you, we're in the later stages of this ball game, but his fastball is still coming out of his hand with plenty on it.
And it's 1-1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And he will make the nice running catch out there as he had to travel a long distance to rein that one in.
Bradley.
And that'll bring in the San Diego product, Bradley Zimmer. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Called strike on the knuckle curve, and he's ahead in the count, 0-1.
Well, he's done a real nice job with that breaking ball in this start. That's not the first time he's locked a guy up with it.
No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1. Count is 1-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-2. Fouled off. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Stepping into the box, Jason Kidd.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around. And it got out of here in a hurry.
First delivery to him on the way. And he lays off there, 1-0.
It's really hard to work deep into games when you're having an outing like this guy is. You're going to strike out a lot of guys. Well, guess what? Your pitch count's going to go up, too.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
Roberto Perez would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And that's in there, 3-1.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? And that's in there, base hit. Great job there of cashing in on the 3-1 count to extend the inning. At the plate, Roberto. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Here comes the Yankee manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So a good performance here in this one as he'll give a tip of the cap to the home crowd after he departs, yielding just 2 earned runs. In there, and he's in control, 0-2 now. Kane.
This guy was tailor-made, Matty V, to be a relief pitcher. He comes out of the bullpen, guns a-blazing, 2 pitches that he can strike you out with, and more importantly, he comes out with an attitude, and that attitude is nasty. Well, congrats.